I don't know.
Okay, we got a few things to go over today, so we will just jump right in. So just really quick, so list presentation has now been updated with new quotables, imagery. Anyway, it's all been updated on Moxie Present. So if you guys want to update yours, you've got templates already saved, just go ahead and check those out, see what you want to use. Okay. Okay. This has just been announced. This will probably be the last virtual global luxury certification course. Okay. Just a couple things I want to get into. If you've thought about it, if you want to use the materials, the virtual one's going to be June 27th to 28th. Again, cost of $575. Once you have been Photo Banker luxury certified, you will always be Photo Banker luxury certified. They partner with the Luxury Institute, which is what a lot of the luxury designations are. That one does have requirements to stay certified with them. But once you're CB certified, you will always be luxury certified. The reason we're kind of really focusing on this right now is one, because the last time it's virtual. Next one will probably be Gen Blue, but two, the threshold in which they determine a qualifying property is very low right now because of what's happened in our market over the last few years. They will reassess this at some point, but right now, I mean, you can qualify for global luxury certification in Sugar House for $500,000 house. You can't sell a home for under $500,000 in Sugar House. So if you're thinking about it, your qualifications to get this, it's going to be very easy. You're supposed to sell 3 homes within 2 years within getting your luxury designator certification to get the actual designation. And so pretty much anyone selling a home in most of these zip codes is qualified. So, but this is going to be reassessed. We don't know when, but once it's reassessed and that threshold changes, then you have to meet the threshold. Once they look at the market, they will change all of these. Sandy's currently like April 093 is going for 950, I think, but most of the places we've looked are around 500 to reach or qualify for that current threshold. And if you need to check a certain zip code, it's on your desk under left-hand side business.
Yeah, if you just search in the box, if you do GL threshold, it'll come up. We can run through a couple zip codes here. So 84106, 500,000, Midvale, 500,000, West Jordan, 84049, isn't that Parks? No, that's Midway. Sorry, Midway 950. Camas is 950. Murray 500. I don't know, 84111. It's also that's 540. So your thresholds are super low right now.
Most of some counties around 950.
Did this just recently change?
No, they updated it a couple years ago, and they just haven't reevaluated our market.
Some reevaluated.
Got it.
So, which is a benefit for anybody trying to get it right now. We don't know when that's going to change. So if you're thinking about it, if you've thought about it, it gives you access. So certification is required for luxury business cards, luxury property specialist designation, having your profile in Global Baker Luxury, using the Global Luxury logo to market yourself on an agent website, and the option to select the Global Luxury logo. It's not required to put it in your listing presentation, but you can't use the logo for yourself. So for presentation materials for properties meeting the threshold, you don't need the certification.
You can use that sign. You can put it in the network, so it'll email the listings out to members through the Global Luxury Network also, if it's qualifying.
Yeah, so just look at that. April View magazine is our CB awards issue. We do have copies for you awards. We can get more as well for anyone that wants them, but you can get the digital version, including your listing presentations as well. It's all your pretty little mugs in there. So if you need copies, just come back. Brooke has them in her office right now. They'll let us know. We'll get you a copy. Okay. Ryan, so our winners for Lagoon. Winger, you won twice. Really? 2 of your clients won. Use the thing. Like it was a huge. This was one of the biggest responses we've had, and people pushing it out. Lagoon of all things. And so, but yeah, Allie Andrews and Brian, you were you got 2 clients. So congratulations. And then Allie Andrews. So We'll get the cards. Cards aren't here. They just announced winners today. So once we have those in hand, I'll let you know and you can come pick them up. Reminder with that today, well, it's ready
Not
for
yet.
edit. It's not going in on today. Sorry. It's ready
going out
for
on the
edit.
ninth.
But our next Clients for Life campaign, May, is the vacation giveaway. Remember, they've moved this to an Airbnb. This is also one of our most popular giveaways and engagement. So you can edit your emails up until May 9th. May 9th, it will auto send and it will end on May 31st. So the prizes for this one, $400 Airbnb gift cards. There's 3 winners out of that, $200. There will be 500 winners and then 100.
5 winners, not 500.
Five winners, you guys. Lots of money into this one. So, and $100, there will be 28 winners. So remember, check your analytics from your April campaign. And then go in and make any edits. Make sure it's the verbiage you guys want. That'll go out on May 9th. Any questions? Any? Feel free to stop. I'm not used to you guys being so quiet. This is really, really weird. So it's Mark here. Was Mark gonna be here?
Yes, but he comes from Cottonwood Heights to here, so he might be late.
Okay, I don't know if he's gonna speak to this, so we'll just cover it really quick. You can now do one-click warranty through MyDeals. I think we mentioned this before, but when you go into MyDeals, you can now do your warranty order through there versus having to submit it, having staff do it, or you guys making phone calls. If you do put it in MyDeals for warranty, will automatically work.
Please check that it's been issued also still,
Yeah,
even
follow
though
up
this
on
is
it.
being done.
Yeah, this will be sent, but yes, just like you should be doing, make sure you've got your info. Hey. Mike, you guys have anything you want to talk about?
Just see after the sales meeting.
Okay, which we'll be covering here shortly. And then Johnny, you are coming up. Come on up.
Randy has a lot to speak to.
Morning.
Morning.
So I wanted to talk with you guys today about the loan level pricing adjustments.
Push you in front of that camera.
Okay.
There you go.
Loan price, LLPA's loan level pricing adjustments. So what happens when we price loans? You'll have hits for FICO score, you'll have hits for LTVs, you'll have hits for like second home, primary home.
Sorry, Johnny, I'm gonna interrupt you really quick. For those that saw the viral posts about now it's gonna cost you more to get a loan if you're at a higher credit score. And, you know, now if you got a low credit score, you get benefits and all that stuff. That's what he's speaking to. So just in case, I want you guys to understand.
My apologies.
No, I'm
So
We're still getting context.
anyway, so if, as you can see from this example here, if you were a person that had an 80% loan to value, it's called discount. So if I was at 640, at say at 80%, my discount would be 2.25. So that's what I would be paying in a fee to get the rate at a loan to value of 80%. If you were sitting at 740, on this example here, my fee would be, or my cost would be 0.875. So the difference between that is 1.375. So it's not the rate, it's the discount you'll pay. So if I wanted that same rate, I would pay with a 640 score, the 2.25. And before this change from January, they were paying about 2 more additional percent. So what happened was first time home buyers, people with 640s couldn't qualify because they were getting charged a lot of discount points. So when you go buy a home, you're looking at 3 points, 4 points, you're looking at $8,000 or $9,000 in discount points. So where they tried to make the game fair, drop the discounts for the first time home buyers and people at 640 so they can afford their home. So that's the whole, it's not the rate that they're getting a better deal on, it's where they're getting a better deal on the discount. So all the rumors about if you got a low score, I get a better rate than, you know, someone with 780 score, that's not true. It's just where they dropped the discount points and made it easier for first time home buyers and people with lower scores to qualify. That makes sense.
Question on that.
So what you're gonna see is a lot of,
They're just cutting more forgiven.
you're gonna see a lot of FHA loans.
Yeah, it's not a matter, I just wanted to make sure the rumors were dispelled because there's all that. And
Biden's
especially right now,
Robert
people using the political football, right?
Yeah.
And so, the rumor going around is now, you know, if you've got this high credit score, it's gonna cost you more than someone with a low credit score to get a loan. You're not gonna get the rates. That wasn't the case. They were just making it easier. They were shrinking the amount of money someone with bad credit had to bring in order to get a decent. or you get a decent rate.
And so what we're doing now is probably,
We're gonna get charged higher. They are being charged a percentage.
the,
On the.
with high FICO scores really is, they're not,
Right, but it's a fee.
it's the fee. So before, this fee would have probably been a quarter point, half a point. So they made the adjustment where they charge a little bit more on the fee to make the difference.
Oh,
So what we're doing now is probably looking at more FHA versus conventional, about another 3, 4 months, 6 months. We'll probably see some rates possibly drop. And then you'll see another adjustment here. We're adjusting every year. I mean, every time something changes, we're gonna make an adjustment. So I price out conventional, I price out FHA, I price out home ready with the clients. Here's this scenario, here's this scenario, here's this scenario. Right now, FHA is cheaper because the MI is cheaper monthly. If you went with conventional, you may get a better rate, but then again, you gotta look at the MI on the conventional. So you gotta price it out. Run the scenario, I meet with clients, I get this version A, version B, version C, and see which one's at the lowest bid. So right now, it's more discount. Yeah, they're 740 had a better discount previously, where they probably had a point off. But the rate is gonna be about the same.
Yeah, no, it's not right.
Just a discount where you're gonna pay a little bit more for the discount with higher score, and someone with a 640 is gonna pay a little less. And if you have someone paying 3 points, just can't qualify. They just not gonna get there.
How much is changing as of May 1? Because I read, I think the note from Clay was that most of this was already baked
it's
in.
already changed.
It's already in there.
Yeah.
So what happens if we didn't put this in there, we go sell the loan to the investor, we're short, and they come back and it's like, you're 2 points short. So it's already caked into the deal like 2 or 3 months ago. So because we lock a loan right now, or 2 months ago, the change goes in place, we're short, and we gotta go back to client like, hey, you need to pay a point. So these are basically points that you're paying.
That's what, I mean, most people are used to it now, but I just wanted to get it because it just went viral. Right, we got there talking about it, so.
Everyone's paying a point right now, basically. And 4.65, 6.6 rate. Yeah, I'm sure right now I got a guy at 6.2. He's paying like 1.25 on FHA with a cheaper MI. So another 6 months will probably be refinancing one conditional.
Thanks, man.
Any questions? Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it. I'll go make you some right now. Also, I want to stress one thing, which most of you hopefully are all very good at. That is the difference between pre-approval and automated underwriting letters. I only say this because I had to deal with this over the weekend. Fortunately, not one of our agents, but we had an agent get very upset, very unprofessional, because they sent over, their buyer is very well qualified. I talked to the buyer. The buyer was one of the ones that decided to call and complain and all that stuff. And I empathize with the situation, but essentially what happened, he filled out a easy loan app online, got a pre-qual letter that looks like you could put together. I don't know.
Make it in
I
Canva,
would
5 minutes.
think, yeah, it looked like an advertisement, but it was pre-approved. Okay, remember, this is just your FICO score and whatever information he put into it. Fortunately, our agent was doing their due diligence for the fiduciary duty and researching the loan. Was this lender, was there docs on this, anything, and doing all that. In the process of this, the agent and the buyer got offended, felt like, well, they don't trust us. But the point of this is they lost that deal. They didn't get the deal because another offer in the meantime came in while she was researching the buyer and their viability, whether they could qualify or whether they really truly qualified to close on the transaction, yada, yada, yada. Had they already had the proper pre-qualification automated underwriting or docs in there or something that the lender could speak to with confidence, they probably would have had that under contract. So it was a good offer. They probably had it under contract before the other offer came in. But because they did not, they lost the deal. And that's what I had to deal with. But so if you guys are not doing that before you spend your offers, it's still a competitive market. It may not be what we saw a year or 2 years ago. Please make sure you're getting solid information, solid pre-qualifications, whether it's automated underwriting or at least something a lender can speak to when you submit your offers. So most of you are already doing it, but for those that may not be, I just want to stress that because you could potentially be losing a deal simply because the other agent is doing what they should be doing and verifying the buyer. So,
And make sure your lender knows that you're submitting an offer so they can answer the phone.
Yeah.
When the other agent calls to verify.
there's phone number on that. Okay, couple things. So Clients for Life prep, this is Crystal's class on Thursday at 11 o'clock. So she'll be going through, if any of you that have not set it up, you want to get it prepared and everything. So adding your contacts, customize your emails, getting ready to share everything on social. Remember, you can also scan for anything else to book with Crystal through the QR code outside of this class timeframe for any of our tools.
If you have any hesitation about the Airbnb Clients for Life campaign, come on Thursday and work with Crystal, please. Really, she'll help you get the template downloaded for the CSV. If you need help uploading contacts, she can help you modify your campaign so it's more individualized for you and your branding. She can help you set up your social media scheduling for that, so that goes out for you automatically. Like Thursday's the class to get it done so that you're ready for the May 9th release.
Yeah, utilize her. I mean, she's awesome. So
Her class was at 11.
11 o'clock on Thursday. Yep, it'll be in person here. Sphere of influence. So the class of the month is lead gen for your sphere of influence. So they got national session dates. Oh, so not local. Okay, May 3rd, May 8th, May 15th, virtual. CV Learning Center to register for that. Mike led to it earlier. So today, right after sales meeting, we have meth mom. Is meth mom?
Yeah.
Doing it? Okay, meth mom's coming in for realities of meth contamination. You guys ever watched her? She's awesome. So it'll be fun. Okay, in place of sales meeting on May 16th, we are having Steve Blackham. He's a national speaker and he's going to be presenting at sales meeting and going over social media, lead generation,
Referral. business.
referral. Yeah, so it's reset. You can't see it because of this thing's here, but it's recession proof your business. So that's going to be happening 2 weeks from today. So if you guys want to come in, about 50 minutes to an hour and speak with him, and that's copyrighted it.
You click on that pin on the far right side, it might recess that thing up.
No,
No,
but thank you.
Okay,
Look, you
it
can
like
kind of see
reset
it.
it though.
Move it. This was a video. Here, let's see. Just tell you that's the information it's in. So this is what sales meeting recap too for any details with the flyer. See now. Click through. All right, shows you.
Hi, this is Steve
Oh,
Black,
hey.
and I'm super excited to be coming to your office for an incredible InfoPack workshop. I hope to meet you there. We're going to be talking about Facebook, Instagram, video marketing, the right way to do it. We're going to be talking about sales scripting. I'm going to motivate you. It's going to be one of the best meetings you've ever attended. We'll have handouts, we'll have giveaways. Just make sure you're at the meeting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is he in person?
In person, in office, in person on Tuesday the 16th.
That's such a cute picture. I love that.
I know.
Thanks, Josh.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Really quick, I wanted to cover this. This is a case out of Montana that Curtis recently posted about a couple weeks ago. So some of you may have seen this, but we'll go over the facts of the case. So the buyer brought a post-closing lawsuit against both their own agent and also the seller's agent. Buyer alleged that the agent failed to disclose material information by not telling them about zoning limitations for the fence. Buyer had a service animal, and after buying the house, realized they can't build a fence high enough for the service animal. As for the claims against the seller's agent, the buyer argued that the seller's agent failed to disclose information about past water intrusion. In Montana and here, you guys know seller agents are required to disclose known and adverse material facts. However, the seller agent is not required to inspect the property or to verify any statements made by the seller. Court ruled in favor of both the buyer and the seller's agents. Noted that the buyer could not establish the agent owed a duty, could not establish the agent owed a duty to disclose public and discoverable information, i.e. zoning laws, because they could have found that out themselves. Additionally, buyer agent had used the buyer due diligence checklist that advised the buyer to sell building zoning ordinances. And that's one of the key takeaways on this. Court will in favor of the seller's agent because there's no evidence showing the seller's agent had knowledge of the water. So I wanted to focus on this mainly for the buyer due diligence checklist and to remind you guys of a couple things. But key takeaways: always ensure your material, known facts, and defects are disclosed to the buyer. Review the seller's disclosures, make sure they fill them out and answer the questions. If you know something about the property, material effect yes, of the property, and it's not on there, you're required to disclose it. So you can't get them to put it on there. So make sure they're answering. If they don't know, that's another thing. They don't have to research. They don't have to answer each one of those questions and find out the answer to them if they don't know. They're just supposed to disclose everything that they do know about the property. So buyer's agent should always explain and have the buyer sign the buyer due diligence checklist. This is one of the best tools you have to minimize liability and advise clients to consult with the experts regarding applicable zoning laws. My main thing is making sure your documents are in order, especially that buyer due diligence checklist. We've had a couple people I've had to talk to about getting your stuff in order where you write offers anyway. Remember in Utah, you were supposed to have a signed agency agreement before you submit an offer. I've had a few that for some reason don't know why. So
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here for a second. Okay, this one says if the seller refuses to disclose a material fact that you, the listing agent, know about, you should make the disclosure. Isn't this a violation of our fiduciary duty and
not if it's a
confidentiality?
material fact of the property. You can step down and you cannot represent them. But if it's a material fact, because you can be held liable if you know about it. So, but you can step away and not represent them. But if they're not going to disclose and you don't want to disclose, then you can step out of that representation. So
So you
Do we
would
have
just
to give you
submit,
permission, like, to disclose it first, or
Right? That's
if they
okay.
know that you walk away, or?
you know that I need to find out because honestly, I'm not sure.
I just agree, yeah.
Yes.
You create duty to be honest with both sides.
You do. You have fiduciary, yes, and you're
So you have the ethics standard of like, we have to treat the other agent fairly, but
Yeah.
how do you handle that? Like, really, you can't, so rule of law in Utah, right? You have that fiduciary duty to your client. If you betray that confidentiality, you're going against your agency agreement. But you do owe it to the agent on an ethics standard. So
I don't think they can enforce confidentiality if something that's a material fact. It's like if they tell you like, oh, I'm gonna break the law, but don't say anything. Or they have to say something.
That violates fair housing.
Yeah.
right, fair housing, there's an allowance for fair housing, right? That,
I
and that's drawn
understand.
out in the agency
There's
agreement.
always been, you can step away from representation if they're not gonna disclose. But my understanding is, and this is again, I'm gonna have to verify, so just so you all know, I will follow up with this because I've always believed and understood that if you have something that's a material fact of the property that should be known to the buyer, that you are required to disclose it, even if your client does not. So that's been my understanding of the law and what we're required to do.
I think that's
Okay,
right too.
and that is not a violation of fiduciary, but I will clarify this because I don't want you guys. If I'm incorrect, I don't want you to do what I just told you. Get in trouble, because then ultimately I'll get in trouble anyway. Right.
That's a good point.
Right, so like, obviously, if like a window frame is broken, that's something that you have
Right.
to disclose, but water intrusion is not the number one material defects.
Yes, you're not required to inspect again, you have to know of the problem, right? So your seller, they're not required to look for problems and find issues. They're required to disclose anything they know about. And remember, we kind of discussed this even when we were talking about putting seller disclosures online a month or so ago and how it's not a good practice. And I've talked to Brad about that, by the way. And they are working at potentially having previous listing documents removed as soon as it's closed. So that that doesn't become an issue. And if anybody's wondering, we can discuss it later, but there's a lawsuit that's going to be out there due to a seller disclosure that was made to owners previous that was not made to the seller that's closed, that sold the property, so they didn't disclose something that they're saying you should have, it became an issue. Anyway, I'll discuss that one another time.
So just in this example, is the proper way to handle it, you would just send the seller disclosure form as it is and then in an email, and by the way, there was a flood in the basement or whatever.
If you know about it, it's not.
Is that how
your
the best
first
way
thing
to
you're
do
gonna
it?
wanna do, your first thing is really talk to your seller. Talk to your client. If they know about this, stress the importance of them keeping that out of the seller. If they keep that, if they purposely keep it out of there, and they submit the seller's disclosure, there's a lawsuit later, they have no protection. Right? If they obviously know that. But you then, if you do know of it, let's say you're walking through when you're doing the listing presentation, they talk about the water damage, the roof that, collapsed a year ago that they've replaced. They repaired it, they fixed it, but if they still have to disclose this. And if they don't, regardless if it's repaired or not, they can disclose what was done to fix it. What was the remedy? This is what we've done. The insurance company and blah, 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 blah. That's the best thing to do. Some people get nervous and they don't want it. If they don't disclose that, that is a material fact that the buyer should know. And you know about it because they talk to you about it and get through. So I would recommend the first thing is to stress to the client what could happen to them.
Put it in there.
Just disclose it. This is a get out of lawsuit. Like seller disclosures is really to protect for lawsuits. It's not to kill a deal. It is that if something goes south, the buyer had the right to investigate anything that may be a concern to them. It may not be an issue. You said it's been fixed. And so, but if it becomes an issue after the fact, then they have a very good case for lawsuit. By disclosing it helps protect them from being sued later on and being told that it was that they didn't disclose. But so first thing, try to get your client to put that in self-disclosures. If they refuse to do so, you can either stop representing them, but I don't believe it's I will confirm this. I don't believe it's a violation of fiduciary duty because you now know how a material fact should be disclosed and it's your duty to also disclose.
But your client might fire you.
So either you can disclose it in explosion, it's not gonna cause alarm for the buyer, or I will do it. Which is going to cause alarm because they're gonna wonder why you didn't. If you don't want me to, you can release me, but after you close, I'm still gonna call that buyer and tell them.
Yeah.
So either way, you're setting yourself up to get sued if you don't do this. Like, at some point, I'm going to disclose this if you don't. It's just a matter of where in the process it wants to be. If you want to potentially kill a deal and not get sued, or close the deal and then get sued later.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Well, and a few things neighbors aren't gonna tell them.
Well, realistically, it's unlikely you're gonna run into a seller that you say, hey, listen, you have to disclose this, right? And then at that point, if you realize that's the kind of person you're dealing with, you might want to decide whether you want to continue representing or not. But when it comes to the responsibilities, that's what I want you to fully understand. Okay, so, because like I said, yeah, it may not become an issue at all, but just know that, okay? We've got a few things coming up. One, so we're going to start doing, has anybody been doing the real tours at?
The property tours of the board.
Property tours at the board?
I've done it with a group, like a private group. I don't even know if the board is still.
The board's doing them now on Thursdays, so we'll get more details, but essentially the Thursdays from 9:30 to 12 PM. They do break them up into 4 quadrants. So each week is a different quadrant. So southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest is how they do their tours. So I'll get the schedule, because I know we've talked about it, Marcia. And so, Coldwell did do office tours before. And we're trying to bring those back, but it's difficult with all the scheduling between the different offices. Okay, so it's not something that is dead that we won't, but at least in place of that, until we're able to start doing our own office tours and again, Salt Lake County has their tours on Thursdays. I have all the others too, but since we mainly do Salt Lake County and Twilla, I'm going to speak to those. So, property tour is something that is the board, they didn't do it a lot during COVID, right? Because you couldn't get around people. And so,
Lots of day.
yeah, and everything was going, but essentially what it is you literally go with a group of agents, you tour, you can submit your home to be toured by other agents.
It's like an open house.
Yeah, it's like
On
an
a
open house
tour.
for brokers, okay? And so, or for agents. So the agents will caravan around and they'll have a list of properties they're all going to at the same time. You can ask for feedback at the time. You know, what you're basically hosting an open house for agents. And so they go through, walk through, and puts it on their radar if they potentially have clients. It's also.
So like tips and tricks of like,
If you could do this better.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's a great way to get feedback on your properties. But let's say you're not getting showings or something. It could be price, it could be, something, right? It's a great way to get feedback from other agents that you can share with your sellers. Great way to see other properties that are on as well. And then the networking is good too. So a lot of offices did their own tours for a long time, and then also expanded that. I know when I started, like, the big bus show up outside the office for a while. We do them, or we did them for a while, and COVID, obviously kind of killed that. So we're trying to pull those back. From a company standpoint, it's just really on the schedule. So just so you know, Marshall's talked about it a few times as well. So.
We can keep everyone in the office too, like we
Yeah.
try to get cards together.
Yeah, we can still do stuff here too, but the board ones is what we're gonna focus on at least for the immediate time being. And those will be Thursdays. I'll get the schedule on what quadrant is going that week, and then we'll go from there.
Jim, help me. They limit that too.
I don't, but I'll find out. I'll get all the details, and I'll even get the registration link.
Seems like a short time frame to fit, like, because I don't know, the ones I've been on, like, we try to squeeze in 10 homes, that seems like a small time frame to squeeze in 10 homes.
You can't, in 2 hours, you can, I'm joking. Yeah, so I don't know what they're looking at.
Fast, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Well, and I think there's.
Well, and it's kind of an open call too, so they have to hold the house open that entire period. So when you go to the board at 8:30, you get your list of homes and then you decide which ones you're gonna hit. Right, you don't have to go to all of them, whereas Tooele is this house at this time, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then
Yeah.
everyone goes to lunch. So the different boards run it a little different. This one is more like, if your house is on tour, you're just gonna hold it open the entire time and people are gonna come and go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Twilla counties is also Thursday.
That's not every Thursday. Next one will be May 25th.
So, okay. So I just want to let you guys know about that. Today he's setting up, right?
Yeah, he's over here setting up. Sam Gonzalez is here for your headshots. If you have an appointment, great, go at your time. If you don't, we still have some open slots available and he can try to sneak you in between. It's $50. The office will bill you on your AAR, so you don't have to worry about paying Sam directly. And then he'll get you one good quality shot from a few options that you can choose from. He's got like studios sitting, but also some lifestyle options too. So it's not just school photo headshot, right? Yeah.
Also some clarification Stephanie just said. So if you do have a Twilla County listing, you want it on the property tour with Twilla, it's a $25 donation to UAR. And you must attend the entire tour, and then they have lunch afterwards. Okay. Reminder, we've got a lot more registration. So May 20th will be our shredder event. The time is actually 10 to noon, so we'll get that changed on the slide, $25 per agent. So if you haven't already and still planning on it, please RSVP. Brooke has postcards that they can customize for you guys. So it's got all the information on there. Just make sure to let her know. Okay. Any questions on that? Anyone? Also, I didn't know what you guys knew. We have a race team. Started up this office. So this Saturday, this Saturday. So you guys all know Kroger Vincent. Kroger, he came over. He's over in South Valley right now, but his daughter is our maker racer. It's kind of awesome. So third annual, we've been sponsoring there. He designed and built this whole thing. So yeah, he's a big gearhead car enthusiast, and his daughter is as well. So she's the driver. So anyway, anybody that wants to join that, it's a lot of fun. It's pretty cool. Got a daybreak. So Saturday, May 6th at 3 p.m. off of Kitty Hawk Road. If you know where that is at, if you don't, just plug it in. There you go. And yes, Joey was really excited about this one. Yeah. So our first fundraiser of the year for the golf tournaments for our Coldwell Banker charity, or fundraiser or foundation. I cannot speak
All the
today.
words today.
All the things. It's going to be Tuesday, June 6th. This is the one at Hill Air Force Base, the Hubbard Golf Course. So remember, it fills up quick if you're interested in playing. It's not an easy course to get on. You have to be either know someone on base or be a anyway, you guys get your civilians can't play. Let's put it that way. Give me your registrations. We'll get them into Beth and or staff. I think I've got a few floors already. I was just making sure.
Oh, yeah. You all know golf, and I still have fun here. So go golf, have fun.
Scramble.
Really, like, you don't have to know how to golf. It's so much fun to just go and be there. And the
It's a
space is
blast.
beautiful. The course is awesome. We get up there early.
So you can find anything.
Mini. There you go. Now you know.
Another
Never thought
benefit.
it'd be there.
So, yeah, it's a great time. It's a great event. So that'll be the first one. The other one is going to be on the 25th at Bountiful Ridge. They just haven't started the registration. So if you're wondering when they are, you can start kind of saving the dates for those. August 25th will be Bountiful Ridge. So Hubbard Golf Course, June 6th, and 8 a.m. scramble. So it'll start 7 registration. Also, we are working on this right now. So save this date. So Coldwell, we're doing a couple things. We're gonna have a big Coldwell Banker Day. That is going August 7th at Murray Park. Okay. The week prior, we're doing a week of service. Okay. So if you guys have ideas, charities that are important to you, we'll be doing this as an office. Okay. So whether it's going and helping build a home with Habitat, whatever it is, give me some ideas that we can do as an office. And we're going to spend that week, hopefully as many of you as possible will join us in contributing to, local needs, causes, things that we can help with. Okay.
Well, and all year long too. Like, we want to feature the foundation and the good works that our agents do in our communities. So if you are doing service all year long, send us pictures, let us know about it, because we're gonna talk about it in our marketing leading up to this as well. So we can promote your charities as we build the conversation around all of this.
Yeah, so please let us know if you want to be involved with it. And again, Coldwell Banker Foundation does a ton of local charitable work and donations. So we want to highlight all that. So July 31st to August 5th, though, that's going to be our week. It's an office we doing service. So if you guys are thinking of anything, please let me know. We'd like to start getting that planned out so that we have some organization to it. And then the big celebration will be not just what we've done that week, but just to get out with, friends, family, clients, and that'll be at Murray Park on the 7th. More details to come. We're still kind of putting it all together. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
We have 11 listings in the last week that popped up here that are not yet under contract on the MLS. So we'll start with this one. Neil and Sandra have 1478 South El Rey Street, Salt Lake City. Any guesses as to size? Anyone want to? 1,600 square feet. All right, bedroom, bathroom, acreage. 5. 3. Okay. 3 bed, 2 bath, 1,600 square feet. Just under a fifth of an acre. Any guesses on price? $799.
Oh.
Oh. All right. 9649 South Tannenbaum Cove in Sandy. This one is listed by Robin Masters. Didn't we just sell this house? I swear this was like a Raquel.
Get expired.
Oh, okay.
2.5.
2.5. 6 bed, 5 bath, over 5,000 square feet, almost a quarter acre. 2.45. Really close. Good job. All right, 331 Cove Circle in Layton. Michelle Gilbeer, 7 bed, 5 bath, 7,600 square feet, 3/4 of an acre. It's beautiful. And this one has been long time established. It's not going to slide off the mountain, you guys. It's good. Any price? Any price guesses here? 1.5. This one is Teresa's. A little mobile without land. When's it? 3.2. 134. All right, 269 East, 1300 South in Salt Lake City. This one's Ted Garcia's new listing. He's not here this morning. All right, any guesses as to size? It is cold. That AC is constant. Let me see. Any guesses, guys? 4 to 11. That's a lot of bedrooms in that little space. All right, any price guesses?
That's 2,000.
That's pretty tiny.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's sweet.
$5.99. Okay. 13 minutes out. All right, this one is Fran's. 288 North Main Street, Salt Lake City. I know, it wasn't a great picture. Because they're really close. So the landscaping on this one it's very well hidden and it's hard to get. So if you look it up on the MLS, they're like standing here looking up at the houses. We should see if we can get a better
The
picture.
tree large with our.
It's red.
It's expensive.
It is very expensive. All right.
What are the details? You can't tell right there. I see stairs.
I know, it's not great.
And there's a great place to sit out on this. Got it.
3 bed, 4 bath, 3,900 square feet, 0.16 acres. 134.
Well, you're not even thinking of the right house.
Right, 3029 West Himalaya, Taylorsville.
Oh,
Melanie
wait,
Carter.
under contract. Go ahead and guess.
Good job.
Yeah.
4 bed, 3 bath, 4,500 square feet, just over a quarter acre. Any guesses for the price of one under contract for? 800, 650. Oh, there's 827 is the listing price. Went for 827 at 825. All right, good job.
No, 827.
827.
Yeah,
So
listing
at listing price. Great. That's awesome. I like when that happens.
All
right, Paul.
congratulations. Want to speak about it at all? Is it under contract?
No, just a lot yesterday.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so
All right.
we'll do our little guesswork here and then.
3 and 2.
14, 3, 2.
5 to
Wow.
1,850 square feet.
A lot of bedrooms.
It is, and just over a quarter acre.
Okay,
430.
did you want to say anything about it? You good?
Yeah, it's a great little place. It's on cul-de-sac, very clean backyard. On showing.
2
Good,
offers.
well done.
Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome.
awesome. Congrats.
All right, in Holiday, Sandra Sweetland has home. Any guesses as to bedroom, bathroom, and size?
And
Three.
say what?
1,300 square feet. All right, price, any guesses to price?
790.
890.
890,
790.
790, 735.
It's beautiful.
It is really pretty. All right, 373 Utah Drive in Grantsville. This one is JC's listing. Any guesses? Any guesses in Grantsville? Well, JC would like your referral. 5'3", 2,500 square feet. This one actually has a finished basement. It's the only one there. This one, and the one next door all went up for sale, different brokerages. They all have different prices. This one has the most house for the best price. $395.
Oh. Wait, 0.1. 0.01. How's that? How big is it on that?
It's a PUD, so they don't have any land. These are permanently affixed, so these horses come with the property. There you go.
Yes, that's a huge selling point.
All right, 115 South, 1100 East. This one's still available? Okay. Unit 305, Arlington Place. Any guesses?
3-2.
3-2, okay.
2.
2 and 2. 2 bed, 2 bath, 1,045 square feet. Oh, it's not that big.
Oh, I was like, oh, that's a lot of big. Although that's a 7 square foot patio. That's very rare downtown. So.
My toxic trait is that I don't proofread. I will text you random crap that doesn't make sense. I will not fix my typos in PowerPoint.
I know that toxic trait.
Just so you know, any price guesses? 455. Okay. 475.
We split the difference for you two. So.
There you go. It's pretty good.
You guys want to say anything about it?
It's awesome. The layout's super open. It's a big wraparound, so every single room has access to the patio. It's in the southeast corner, so it's really quiet. It's on the second south side. It's an awesome little spot. The building's great. It's got 2 parking spaces, so most of those avenues, condos that are similar in price have 1. So it's 2 garage spaces. It's awesome.
It's done.
It's 420. You can have everything but an animal that requires common areas, like cat, birds, whatever. No dogs, but I mean, you could have service animal, but yeah.
Okay, rental restriction.
The rental restrictions are actually really cool. You only have to have a 30-day lease. If you did like a furnished finder, like nurse housing or something, you could do, get a lot more for rent, because you only need 30 days, so.
I think that's the last one in here. Okay.
Okay, really quick. So online, and then I'll go to you guys. So first, Jessica Long has a new one coming up. Townhome Common Heights, 3-bedroom, 3.5 baths, fully remodeled a year ago. So it's on a bluff of unobstructed views of Salt Lake Valley. Back deck and views are amazing. List price will be $699. She is out of town this weekend, but if anybody's interested in doing an open house, she would love to have an open house this weekend for her.
Are you?
Jessica Long.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so get with me after, and then I'll put you in contact with her. And then, okay, Jack has let's see, he's got a duplex coming up at 2245 South King Street, 2400 East. It's just off of Parley's Way, the country club area, up and down style, awesome location, 800,000. Sorry, I don't have detail. He's already left the meeting. And so I don't bedrooms or bathrooms anything like that yet, but it'll be 800. Lauren and Cheryl have a gorgeous new construction home in Deer Mountain Park City. 4-bed, 4-bath, 4,000 square feet, 3-car garage, panoramic views of Jordanelle, 8-person hot tub, upgrades galore, 3.1 million. That went live yesterday. Teresa has a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 1-car garage townhome in West Valley for 320,000. It's not FHA approved, but the seller's looking to finance for 3 years with 20% down at a 6% rate. That'll be going live later this week. And then Stephanie Bothell will have a 9-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 4-plex for 625 in Tooele next week. If you want to see it earlier, let her know and she can get you in.
Are they rented already?
Stephanie, if you're still there, are those already rented? Are the leases on them?
She is online. So.
I will answer once she responds. With that, I'm going to go to you guys. Wants and needs, listings. Anyone want to start?
I have 2. I have 1 coming up this week. It's a Victorian, 22nd South, 7th East, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 650. They built little vinyl fence in the front, and they fixed they put in all new windows, so you could not hear 7th East at all. And that was going up Friday. And then I have a condo at New Century Lane on 33rd South and 2nd East going up next week. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,050 square feet, and 320. Yes.
Stephanie says 2 of them are rented. The owner occupies 1 and they're moving. And the other one's probably not rented. The units are in immaculate condition. Got it.
I've got 2 condos on 7th East also coming up in Stansbury. One is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. The other is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. Very conveniently, they have a door between the 2, so Thank you. I guess she really didn't like him. We haven't determined price yet, but I'm sure they'll probably.
Okay, all right, Sade, sorry, you're picking up.
I've got 2 land listings coming live in a community in Duchesne. They've already got their utility lines and then the septic tanks. They're gonna be 30,000 each. There's 2 lots and they're both 2.5 acres. And then they're fully managed by HOA company. So
It's a great
it's a great vacation place for 2 little cabins. And then I'll have another 5 acres in Vernal that does have a manufactured home on it. But it should probably be. So that's just 5 acre land as well.
Great.
Perfect. I saw somebody else, Robin.
Yeah, so this is Robin Christensen for those on the phone. I have a really cute 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot house coming up in Stansbury Park. It was a new build with Ivory Home Sagewood Village in 2019, so fairly new. Full landscaping, fully fenced, super cute. It's a good deal. It'll probably list for $425. Did I already say that? Anyway.
When are you gonna list that one?
Probably Thursday. We're getting pictures tomorrow, so as soon as we get pictures back.
Okay. The bugs are really bad. You might want to have mosquito squad go out and do a spray.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
Don't want to chase your buyers off with mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anything? We good?
I just want to say thank you for last week. We raised the full amount. So she was able to go conventional and she's gonna be closed in her home on the 12th. And the sellers are just gonna let her in a little early. So thank you so much. You did it.
Hey, guys. No more at home? All right, I'm gonna let you go.
Okay.
You guys have a great day, a great week. Yeah, stick around for the class. And then remember, we've got headshots back here. If you've already got your appointment, you know when to go back. If you want to and it's open, he's just back in that little lounge area. So, all right. Thanks, everyone.